You are very funny, Andrew Duvall. Good job. One more time, you guys. Let me... All right, you guys. Cut the chit-chat. Stop the paddywhacking around. Stop fucking around. Let's prepare to die. She's going to kill you. I'm serious. Over here, on the right. This is it. Don't be talking to me on stage. That's right, goddamn. Serious shit. You guys look good, audience. Give yourself a hand. You guys are doing a lot of fun. That's great. This is a great audience. Have a good time with you. Give it up for Dana Robie.
So he was right, clearly. But no. My name is Dana Robie, and I am so happy to be here. I'm really glad that everyone's here. And it's my second time at the Ice House. I was here last summer, almost a year ago, and so I'm really happy to be back. But I have to preface this whole thing with an apology. My body is still recovering from 2 days ago when I decided to do the insanity workout. If anyone knows what the fuck that is, it's the worst idea I ever had. Because I feel like I got hit by a bus and survived it. And so I'm a little bit sore, but doing that just reaffirms to me I really need to, I'm going to go back to the gym once I go back to school and, get, back a little bit in shape. And because the gym I go to at my university is really nice, and speaking of which, I go to the University of San Francisco. And yeah, wearing the hat. Anyway, and so I'm about to be a senior in college. It's my last year. I am so excited. I'm so happy about it. And it's been really good. I love USF, and for the last year and this upcoming year, I have been an RA, which, if you don't know what that means, it means resident advisor, which basically means I'm the lady Nazi cop on the hallway that makes sure you're not smoking any weed or drinking any beer in your room. Do it outside. Just literally, just go out there. Just do that out there, not in here. But anyway, so I really actually enjoy being an RA. It's a nice cut off the tuition. I really enjoy that a lot. So therefore, for all 4 years of college, I've lived in a building on campus following all these rules every year. And it's been okay. It hasn't been so bad. But at the end of every year, there's always clothing donation bins, okay? So at the end of the year, everyone throws their clothes and shit they don't use into a bin so we can donate it to Goodwill or wherever the hell. And I think it's great, because there are some rich assholes at this private 4-year university, and they don't know how privileged they are, and so I think whatever they donate is really nice. They are doing this for a good cause for people who don't have the means. And I know that I've got, a jacket every year, and I've got a set of sheets, okay? I'm going to wash it all, but I get a lot of great shit in the donation bin. I don't feel bad about it. I need clothes too, damn it, So I have this paranoia, I'm going to get caught eventually. I try to be on the down low about this whole thing. I try to be really secretive about it. I go at night. And but eventually, I know that some hefty Asian girl is going to be across the way, and she's going to look at me. And this is scrutiny. This is not racism. Scrutiny. And she's going to be like, fucking sweater, So I have to be really careful about when and where I choose to wear these items that I take for free. But these are my notes. Just get used to it. And so anyway, USF is fantastic. So this last year they started construction on a new science building. Okay, so they're trying to get lots of people to come to the school and whatever, spend millions of dollars. But in addition to this new construction, they've done a new ad campaign. Okay, and they have thrown these new ads all over buses and billboards in the city. And one of the first ones I saw looked like this because it said USF separating the word evil from genius since 1888. Now, what the hell does that even mean? Okay, I don't get it. I don't like it. There's a bunch of them out there, too. That was the first one I saw. I was like, this is stupid. Like, they should put something more accurate, something more realistic, like separating the word financial from aid since 2008. Okay? People don't even know what they're getting into when they come to this school, all right? And as a matter of fact, the financial aid office at USF, it has a name. The name of the office is called One Stop. Now, that's a dirty lie, okay? The only time you would ever make one stop at the financial aid office is if you didn't need fucking financial aid. Stop by on your tours, okay? No, you go to that office a lot, and it sucks ass because you have to walk up 105 stairs to get there. So every time I go to the financial aid office, I'm sweaty, I'm out of breath, I'm totally out of shape, and then I realize I'm in debt $200K. It's a fucking what? And then I walk into the office, and there's a bunch of smiling faces behind the desk. Could I get some cucumber water, maybe? I spent $55 grand a year, and there's no vat of water with cucumbers in it for me to drink? I'm thirsty. This doesn't work. Enough of this ad campaign bullshit. Where's my cucumber water? God damn. You know, but I'm really glad that it's the summertime right now, okay? I'm only home for a couple months during the summer, and I come back to SoCal, I'm loving it, it's hot, it's nasty, it's whatever. But as the summer goes by, as those of you who get to enjoy a summer vacation know, it gets harder and harder to make an effort to do anything, okay? Literally, every single thing takes effort. Like, it gets to that point where waking up before 11 a.m. is impossible, okay? 11 a.m. is the new 8 a.m., all right? And then it gets even worse and worse after that. Like, making the conscious decision to get dressed for the day is like, not, I can't do it. I'm in my PJs. So I go from PJs to shower to PJs every single day. And the idea of having a job one day and getting up to go to work freaks me out. I'm not ready for the real world because I can't get up and I can't get dressed. So I've tried to correct this a little bit. You know, I set stupid goals for myself. And I mean they're really stupid. Because the thing about stupid goals is that they're really good. You know, because if you don't do it, it doesn't matter because it's stupid. But if you do it, you feel like $1 million fucking bucks. So yesterday, I set a stupid goal for myself. I was like, I'm going to take the trash out today. I'm going to take the trash out. And I didn't do it, and I'm not upset about it. But if I had done it, I would have felt really good about myself. In my PJs at 5 p.m. taking the trash out. So I'm going to have to work on that because I didn't do it. But I can be a little oblivious, okay? And I have some like weird, I'm really all up in here most of the time, okay? And I have a problem lately where I'm pretty sure everywhere I go and everyone I talk to, they're hitting on me. This is a really serious thing because I will be in a conversation with somebody, a man, a woman, whatever. We'll be talking about nothing in particular, and I'm totally engaged. I am totally engaged in the conversation. I'm there, I'm talking, and then all of a sudden, my brain, like, pulls me back, and it's, like, all up in here, and it elbows me in the temple, and it's like, you see this guy? This guy wants you. You see the way he's telling you what he has for lunch today? You know what he wants for lunch today? He wants you for lunch today, you hot bitch! My brain is actually quite crass and vulgar living in here. And so then I'm like totally removed. I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting hit on. This guy's fucking, oh my god, I better watch out because he wants me right now. And then, you know, later I find out, no, they were just being nice. They were talking to you about nothing in particular. But when somebody actually is hitting on me, totally, I don't pick up on it. I don't at all. I'm just kind of like, you know, sitting there with like, you know, big glassy eyes, like, oh my, but you want to buy my drink? I have money. I like went to the ATM, like right quarter. They were like, are you sure? Okay, I love movies. Yeah, I'm going to go to your house right now and watch a movie. Yeah, totally. Like, it's like 9, you know, I don't care. And I don't get it. I like it totally is over my head. So it's way more convenient to then I feel really good about myself. Because my obnoxious level of self-confidence has now morphed itself into a socially awkward quirk. So I guess if I have to choose one or the other, I just choose that everyone's sitting on me. But no, I have these moments where I'm a little bit oblivious, okay? And that really shows for me, personally, when I am having a conversation on the phone, like they did in the old days. Like, calling someone and voice-to-voice communication. Because I text, okay? And I feel like it must be a generational thing at this point, because everybody's texting, and I'm really good at texting. And talking on the phone is actually a huge burden for me, because I have to, engage my socially, my weak skills. And so when I call somebody sometimes, for whatever reason, wherever they are, whoever they're with, it's just not convenient for them to talk on the phone, okay? But I don't get that. And they're trying to drop me hints, here and there, but I don't get it. They're like, hey, can I call you back? Or, I'm a little busy right now. I'm just like, what? I was like, is it not a good time to talk right now? I'm sorry, is somebody there? Are there people in the background? Who is that? And I'm like, can they hear me asking who that is? Is that weird? I'm sorry, my husband's here. And it's just really bad. And then finally they hang up on me, and it's like, oh yeah, I get it. And I try to I start to take it personal. It's like, Jesus, what's the matter with me? But then it's even worse when somebody calls me, because when I have my phone in my pocket, or it's in my hand, or it's somewhere where I can see it, and it rings, I have to answer it, okay? I don't care where I am. It fills me with panic that I'm not going to answer my phone. Letting the phone go to voicemail, makes me sweat, okay? So my phone rings, and I have to pick it up, even if it's a bad time, or if I don't want to talk to this person. So I'm like, okay, hey, yeah. No, totally. Yeah, all right. Yes. Okay, Mom. Yeah. Mom. Yeah. No, I'm fine. No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Mom. Yes, I love you. Okay, bye. And I finally hang up, and it's just like I'm stuck in this horrible situation. I'm obviously standing somewhere on the phone, just I finally finish that conversation, and it's like, I need to reteach myself how to use a phone. And it's really upsetting, because I've spent my whole life trying to figure this out. But I tend to be passive in times of conflict. Okay, I like to think of myself as a very outgoing, confident person, but when something goes down in public, I tend to back away from that and just kind of let it happen. Okay, I was at Vons the other day, and I was in the checkout line, and this guy in front of me, paying, was a total dick, okay? The cashier asked him if he wanted to make a donation to fight prostate cancer. And he had a fit about it. He was like, oh, actually, I think that's really fucked up when you guys ask for money. And, I don't get good vibes from that, blah, 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 blah. And so he was going on and on. He made this cashier feel like shit about asking him to donate money to prostate cancer. And so, I didn't say anything, and he left, and then the cashier and I bonded over how much of a prick he was. Because that always happens when somebody's a prick in public, and then once they leave, everyone around them was like, yeah, that was a prick, So I felt really bad, because the cashier was so nice, and so the whole walk back to my car, I was thinking of, all the things I could have said, what I should have done, and blah, 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 so I cut and paste my idea of what an appropriate response would have been, and it would have been, yeah, Dick, it's going to be real nice when your wife's going to pay for your dick cancer treatments and your kids cry at night because their dad's a stingy bastard. Something like that, They just got to get all the good things and put it into one sentence and then, stun them, Shut up! But in more words. That's my idea of a person come back. So the really smooth segue, I listen to the radio a lot, because that's for some reason I've been in my car quite a bit this summer, just going, places and shit. That's what we do in the car. But I've been listening to the radio a lot, and it sucks, because I have to admit that I don't know a lot about music. I've heard of a lot of bands, I've heard of a lot of artists. But as far as really knowing music, I don't know a whole lot of music, because I am stuck listening to top 40 pop shit every single day on repeat, okay? And it really sucks because the songs are so catchy on Top 40 radio that like I can't bring myself to not listen to them. So I will hear a song that I fucking hate starting to come on the radio, and I can't change it because it's so catchy. But then, you know, I get a moment of strength and I change the station to a different one. And it's the same song playing on that radio station. I'm like, really? You know, are you two radio stations like talking to each other, trying to fuck with my head about the song I don't like playing at the same time? And I go to a third radio station and it's on commercial. And that's like way worse than listening to a song you don't like, is listening to a commercial. So I'm like flipping around and pushing buttons and they're all in commercial except for the two stations playing the song I can't fucking stand. So the media has literally controlled my mind into listening to shit I don't want to listen to. I don't like it. Put down. And I guess a simple answer to that would be, oh, well, they get XM radio. I'm like, well, listen, I'm poor, all right? I can't afford that shit, no commercials, exactly what I want to listen to all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I can't do that, you know? And XM radio is really cool, okay? And I don't know a lot about it. Because when things are cool in social media, I gotta let them go out there. Like, I gotta see that shit float before I get on it, okay? Is it gonna sink or is it gonna float? Can it handle my weight? Can it not? Because I need to know if social media is gonna withstand the power in which I bring to it. You know what I mean? That's exactly what I did with Instagram, okay? I got an iPhone in February. And the first thing I did was I downloaded Instagram. And if you don't know what that is, that's an app on iPhone, and I guess a couple of other things that aren't as cool as the iPhone. And it's literally all it is you upload photos, okay, and you put different filters on them to make them look old and vintage and hip. And that's it. Okay? And then people follow you follow other people like their shit, whatever, blah, blah. And that's all it is on the surface. But underneath that, it is a silent, cutthroat competition who can be the coolest, most hip, badass bitch on the block. Instagram almost fucking stresses me out because you have to upload the right kind of photos. You can't. Some people are just like, oh my god, look at my day at the beach, and it's 50 pictures of the same fucking thing at the beach. No, you cannot play it that way. First of all, on Instagram, it's the only place in social media that you can upload literally every piece of food that you put in your body and no one can judge you. Okay? Because people upload pictures of their food and blah, blah, blah. And so, you know, I'm on Instagram now and I'm like slowly like building my way up the ladder. There are some people on this app that are Instagram famous. Okay, they have hundreds of thousands of people who they don't fucking know following their photos, and I don't understand how they did that. People in other countries, how do they know who you are to follow your photos? It freaks me out, but all I know is that I want it. I want that kind of fame more than anything in the world. I want to wake up on Saturday morning and see 3,000 likes on a picture of an omelet and an empty cup of coffee. And I want every single 14-year-old bisexual Russian blogger to know my name. Because that's the kind of shit that makes me happy and makes me sleep good at night. Knowing that people I don't know like me. So if you have an iPhone and you have Instagram, you go home right now and you add me on there. I need you. And that's my set. So
about Instagram today. I don't know about you guys, huh? You guys have been an awesome audience. Every comic has just had a great time. I had a great time. I didn't want to sing this song when I walked by the outside. I can hear you guys in here. Come follow me, God damn it. I don't have that many years left. See me before I die. Before I prepare to die. What's that?
Been there, done that, seen her.
Oh, shit. Come on, you saw me kill, didn't you? I'm just kidding. You guys have been a great audience. We're going to bring on one last guy. He's the producer of the show. I've been working with him here for so many years. He's a great person. Takes me to the Dodger Stadium. Huh? So I get to go to Dodger games with this guy. Dave McNary.
Let's have a big round of applause for your MC tonight, Cole Young. I'm pretty proud of my daughter, Dana Robie. I better go buy an iPhone and upload that Instagram thing. I'm on that, Dana, honest. Okay, so I thought this was a damn good show. You may